My child, listen carefully. There is something you need to understand, something the heavens have whispered night after night, something that cannot be ignored anymore. This message is not written with ink, but it was sealed in tears. Tears of angels who watched your family from afar, tears of someone in your household who silently cries themselves to sleep, hoping someone, anyone, would notice the weight they carry. But this is not just sorrow. This is torment. This is a slow collapse of a soul that once laughed, that once believed in joy, that once had dreams burning in their chest. And now, those dreams have turned to ash because of what a woman has done. Yes, you heard correctly. A woman has given them something, something not physical, but poisonous all the same. Poison does not always come in bottles. Sometimes it comes in whispers. Sometimes it comes in manipulation. Sometimes it comes in charm laced with dark intent. And this woman has wrapped herself in sheep's wool, but inside, her heart is like sharpened stone. She smiles with concern, but behind her gaze is a plan to drain, to twist, to squeeze the light out of someone in your family. You know who it is. You feel it. You've seen their face lately. The way they hesitate before speaking. The way their eyes wander even when surrounded by people. The way their hands tremble when no one's supposed to be watching. They are not well. Their body has begun to show the signs, but their spirit is what has taken the most damage. And it all began the day this woman entered their life, whether as a friend, a partner, a mentor, or something else disguised as helpful. But she did not come to give. She came to take. What she gave them was poison. The kind of poison that turned self-belief into doubt. The kind that cloaks truth in fog. The kind that slowly convinces a person that they are not loved, not worthy, not enough. She handed them lies wrapped in compliments. She fed them confusion and called it clarity. She wrapped chains around their heart and told them it was protection. And your family member, blinded by emotion, broken by past wounds, accepted it. And now they are dying inside. Not a physical death, not yet. But their soul is starving. Their will to keep going is growing thinner with every passing day. They no longer speak freely. They no longer laugh the same. Their posture, once proud and open, has folded into itself. They sleep, but they don't rest. They eat, but they taste nothing. They nod when you speak, but inside, their mind is a storm without shelter. And if you don't intervene, if you don't rise up and do something, they will break beyond repair. This is not the message you expected, but it is the message you needed. Because the time for silence has ended. The time for pretending not to see what's happening is over. The person's suffering is not far from you. They are in your circle. You may see them every day. You may pass them in the hall, share meals with them, laugh at jokes together, but beneath it all, they are sinking. The woman responsible for this has been working subtly. She knows how to hide behind kindness. She knows how to say the right thing at the right time. But what she says in secret is different from what she says in public. What she plans behind closed doors is not for healing but for control. And this is not just about her, this is spiritual. She is being used, willingly or unknowingly, as a vessel for torment. A vessel for distraction. A vessel to destroy something sacred inside someone in your home. This message for you is not just about warning, it is about positioning. You are being positioned as a protector, as a revealer of truth, as the voice that breaks silence. But the choice is yours. You can ignore this and walk away, telling yourself you'll pray and hope things get better. Or you can ask questions. You can lean in. You can sit beside the one who is silently suffering and ask them, really ask them, how they're doing. Not casually. Not in passing. But with full attention, full presence, full compassion. My child, you were not placed in this family by accident. You were not given your discernment by chance. You feel things deeply for a reason. You notice small shifts in people for a reason. It is not paranoia. It is not sensitivity. It is spiritual sensitivity. You carried the gift of noticing the unseen. And now is the time to use it. Now is the time to act. Because the woman who did this has not finished. She is plotting more. She's weaving new stories. She's watching reactions. She wants control, and the more your family member weakens, the stronger her influence grows. She talks about energy, peace, balance, but she brings none of these things. Instead, wherever she enters, arguments begin. Joy feels strangled. Laughter dies out quickly. Plans fall apart. Why do you think that is? Why does peace flee when she is near? It is not coincidence. It is intention. And the person's suffering because of her is getting worse. Their health has declined. Their confidence is shattered. Their desire to live is flickering like a candle in the wind. My child, listen. They are not saying what's really going on. They don't want to worry anyone. They think no one would believe them. They've tried to speak out in small ways, but every time they do, someone tells them, it's probably nothing, or you're just stressed. But it's not just stress. It's a spiritual erosion. It's the weight of words spoken in dark places. It's the suffocating grip of manipulation wrapped in a smile. And tonight, they cried. You didn't hear it. No one did. But heaven did. Their spirit cried out for help. They reached the edge and nearly did something they would regret forever. And do you know why they didn't? Because something stopped them. A presence. A warmth. A whisper. It said, hold on, help is coming. And that help is you. Yes, you. You are being summoned now, not by your own thoughts, but by the divine will that sees all, hears all, knows all. You are being equipped to rise up, to shine light into shadowy places, to speak where no one else has spoken. This isn't about confrontation. It's about truth. It's about rescuing someone from the slow death of silence and confusion. But you must act with wisdom. This cannot be rushed. This must be done with prayer, with timing, with spiritual clarity. You will know the moment. You will feel it in your bones when it arrives. And when it comes, don't hold back. Speak. Ask questions. Offer safety. Let them know you are there, that you see them, that you're not fooled by appearances, that you remember who they really are underneath the pain. And if you still doubt that this is for you, ask yourself this. Why did your heart start racing as you read this? Why did a name flash in your mind? Why did tears threaten to rise when you thought about that one person in your family who just hasn't been the same lately? That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. One time only I say this, and I say it from eternity to time, from spirit to flesh, from the throne to your heart. God says, my child, the time to see is now. The time to act is now. The time to break silence is now. This woman, she thinks no one knows. She thinks her poison will keep spreading. But her time is short. Her days of manipulating are coming to a close. Light is beginning to flood the room. Truth is standing at the door. But truth needs a voice. And you are that voice. Don't let fear silence you. Don't let uncertainty keep you frozen. What if your words are the very thing that sets this family member free? What if your decision to care, to investigate, to love deeply, saves a life, a mind, a soul? Don't underestimate what's at stake. Because they are not just dying from stress. They are dying from hope that's been crushed, from trust that's been violated, from a love that turned into a cage. But you, yes, you, carry the key. Be bold. Be gentle. Be watchful. And above all, be present. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't assume someone else will take care of it. Don't let this woman continue her performance, deceiving everyone with her charm while someone you love is withering inside. Stay awake. Pray deeply. Speak clearly. Act wisely. Because everything can change, if you do. And it must. Because the heart of someone you love depends on it. And they're running out of time. They are fading. But you are rising. You are rising for such a time as this. Don't let this moment pass. Don't scroll away. Don't forget. There's a reason you saw this. There's a reason you kept reading. Heaven is calling. And now, so are they. Can you hear it? Then answer. Before it's too late. This is a message for you, and it is time to stop scrolling because the heavens have opened and the silence is broken. Your name has echoed through realms. And someone in your family is falling apart, silently, secretly, while pretending to smile. Their bones are tired, not just from work, but from trying to carry a burden they were never meant to carry. Someone gave them a poison, not in a cup, not in food, but in words, twisted words, whispered in darkness, laced with the bitter venom of deceit and jealousy. And the most painful part is that they listened, and it changed them. Someone close to you, closer than you think, is not sleeping at night. They stare at the ceiling, wondering how they ended up this way. Their heart races over things that haven't happened yet, because a woman, yes, a woman, had something to them that planted a seed of torment in their spirit. And now that seed has grown into vines, choking their thoughts. They walk around like everything is fine, but inside they are gasping for air. You've seen them tired lately, haven't you? You've noticed them distant. The way they answer in shorter phrases. The way their shoulders slump when no one is looking. You've seen the moments where they seem lost, like they're not really present in the room. That's not just stress. That's not just exhaustion. It's the result of spiritual manipulation, of words cursed with ill intent, hidden behind sweet smiles and feigned concern. She spoke, and something in him broke. And now he's slipping into silence while everyone keeps walking past him. This woman pretended to be a friend. She looked like kindness. But what she poured into their soul was not love, it was control. And your family member has been dying from the inside out, not because their body is sick, but because their spirit has been shackled in invisible chains. And no one is talking about it. No one knows that this is the root of it, but heaven knows. And heaven is not silent anymore. This is not just a message for awareness. It is a call to intervene. Because God says, this is the hour when truth must be heard. And your voice must rise for the one who cannot cry anymore. There is still time to break the spell of sorrow, to reverse the emotional poison, and to restore what was stolen through whispers. You are not just reading this by accident. You were chosen to read this. You were drawn here, pulled by something greater than you because your presence in this family is more spiritual than biological. You are a keeper, a guardian, a repairer of broken walls, and the heavens are whispering your name right now, asking if you will stand in the gap before it gets worse. Don't brush this off as mere emotion. Don't let logic silence the quiet truth you already know. You have felt something was wrong. You didn't know what, but you knew. Your spirit has been uneasy lately, and now you know why. Someone you love is under spiritual pressure, and the woman who planted this sorrow is closer than they think. She wanted to be adored. She wanted to be the center of decisions. She didn't like how strong your family member was, how independent, how discerning, how joyful. So she slowly inserted herself, building trust with flattery and subtle shade. She said things like, "I'm just worried, and maybe you're overthinking," but her words were hooks. They latched on to his confidence, and now he questions everything. She broke something in him, and now he's tired of trying. The nights are the worst for him. He stays awake when everyone else sleeps, and no one knows that he's cried in the bathroom just to avoid breaking down in front of others. His body is starting to show signs. Stress is wearing him down. He's not eating right. He's snapping at people he used to laugh with. He's not himself. You noticed it, and now you know why. And here's the part that will shake you. He misses you. The one who is suffering misses you, but he doesn't know how to come to you anymore. He thinks you're too busy. Or that maybe you wouldn't believe him. That maybe you've changed. That maybe you wouldn't understand. He doesn't even realize that you are the one person whose voice could set him free. Your presence, your words, your prayers, can begin to break this sorrow. The healing won't be instant, but it will begin when you reach out. Not as a preacher. Not as a savior. But as someone who loves without needing to fix everything. He doesn't need a solution first. He needs safety. He needs someone who will sit with him in silence if necessary and simply say, "You don't have to carry this alone." She didn't curse him with spells. She cursed him with suggestion. She cursed him with questions that made him doubt his worth, his value, his place in this world. And because he was tired already, those words stuck. But this is the moment when new words must enter his atmosphere. Words of life. Words of dignity. Words of quiet love. You are the messenger now. Heaven chose you. This is not a coincidence. This is an appointment. And listen, you might feel unequipped. You might think, what can I possibly say? But this isn't about eloquence. It's about truth. It's about presence. It's about showing up when others are silent. You might feel small, but to him, right now, you are a lifeline. Don't delay this. Don't wait for a perfect time. Reach out. Even if it's a text. Even if it's a quiet, "Hey, I've been thinking about you." Even if it's a small visit. Because sometimes, a simple act of love is more powerful than the greatest speech. And as you draw near, you'll begin to see signs. You'll see how broken he really is beneath the mask. And it may make you want to cry. It may break your heart to realize how long he's been holding it in. But don't run. Don't get overwhelmed. You are not alone in this. Heaven will meet you there. The Spirit of God will guide your words, even when you don't know what to say. And now, hear this. The woman who whispered those words will not succeed in destroying what she tried to dismantle. She planted poison, but it will not bear fruit. The roots are being pulled out now, even as you read this. Her control is ending. Her charm is cracking. Her influence is fading. Not because you are fighting her, but because love is entering the room. And real love, divine love, casts out every shadow. This is the turning point. If you ignore this moment, the pain will continue. But if you act on it, even quietly, even gently, restoration will begin. And the one you love will start to rise again. It will take time. But the light has come. You are the light carrier. Heaven wants you to know that the cries he made in secret were heard. The tears he shed alone were counted. And even though he thought no one saw, God saw. And God moved. And this message is that movement. Don't underestimate the power of small acts right now. A visit. A phone call. A note. An embrace. These are not small things. These are healing weapons in the spiritual realm. You don't need a sermon. You need compassion. You don't need answers. You need availability. Stay alert in the coming days. There will be moments when he will almost speak, almost confess, almost cry, but he will hesitate. Don't force it. Just stay close. He's watching to see if you're safe. He's testing to see if you'll still be there. And when he sees that you are, his heart will soften. The silence will break. And he will start to breathe again. The woman who caused this, she will be revealed. You may even find out her name. But don't focus on revenge. Don't focus on bitterness. That's not your role. Let heaven handle her. You focus on the one who needs you now. Your role is healing. Your role is love. Remember this line. Someone in your family is dying from stress because of a woman's words, but healing is coming through you. That is the truth. You've cried for your family before. But now it's time to fight for them, not with fists, but with love. Not with anger, but with presence. You are more powerful than you know. You were chosen for this. You are not here by accident. This message will linger in your spirit long after you stop reading. And when the moment comes to act, you'll feel a divine nudge. Don't ignore it. That nudge is heaven tapping your shoulder. That nudge is a whisper from eternity saying, now is the time. Someone is waiting for your love, and they don't even know it yet. Go to them. Before the sorrow deepens. Before the silence wins. You are the miracle they didn't expect. They just need you to show up. Go. Go now. And don't look back.